and we need to find a way to convince the blogger, to give him support, to give her or him support, to find out why this or that blogger is not willing to meet people of his fan, meet a group of his fans. I believe this is a more general issue, not only present in the Arab countries, but in the Arab countries especially, it's so severe now that we see those faces over internet and we do not see them in active political discussion. And that is a part of the social structure, that is a part, of course, of our support. We need to really make a strong message to them that you have to take more responsibility. That applies also to young people from Egypt that were just speaking here. Don't go only to the street, do your job as you do, and do your job in a political way. Get elected and just change elite of your country. That's what happens in our countries. We need to take responsibility for our life. And in that sense, I do not agree that European transitions are not that relevant to the Middle East. And the Arab countries, they are very relevant. And all my meetings, whenever I met people from Tunisia, from Egypt, from Libya, from Syria, they were very interested to look what happens in Bulgaria, in Poland, in Czech, in Slovak. They are coming, they are asking questions, and they are even sometimes shocking us with the questions they are asking. I invited a big group of Tunisian and Egyptian to Poland. I organized a program that was basically devoted to local governance. And they said, no, we don't want local governance. We want to speak about transitional justice. Tell us everything you did with the former agents, with the archives, with the crimes against nation that was done by the authoritarian regime, because we think it is relevant to us. We want to understand how to deal with our past, because we have this heavy burden on our shoulders. If we listen to them, I'm not telling they have to copy our model, but if we listen to them, we can provide them a lot of lessons they can use for their own benefit. And the final short response to our friend from the embassy Egyptian here. You've heard here another Egyptian voice than yours. So in a sense, that's about democracy, to hear different voices and to let them be heard. And what I am receiving from my friends from Cairo, information that media now are restricted, that not everyone can equally present its view on media. That is the standard that needs to be observed. If I am hearing, I'm reading a new NGO law that is going to pass through Parliament, and it is more restrictive than even the law under Mubarak. It's not the direction that Europe should expect Egypt to go. And so that's what I'm saying. If we stick to our values, if we stick to our main agenda, we are coherent in every policy, economic, security, and democracy support, then we can have understanding from our partners in Egypt, because I cannot believe that in Egypt, either we talk about military or politicians, they are really thinking that they can build democracy without democracy. Building democracy means to observe those rules, to observe those principles, and to be a real good partner for Europe, that everybody will benefit, and that will change the situation for Egyptians soon. That's what we believe. But we need to be coherent, but also you have to be responsive. Thank you very much.
Okay, well,
first of all, I would suggest we give a big applause to the panel, because it was an excellent conclusion, I believe. Just 3 sentences from us. I was very nervous yesterday before we started, because I didn't know how this would turn out and whether this would be relevant for you, especially our guests from the Middle East. As Jerzy said, we try to work on demand, and we try to sense what would be really interesting for you and what would be useful for you. Now I feel much better, because I think you also found it useful. This wouldn't have happened without your active participation. So I'm very, very grateful for you that you made the quality of the debate that good, and I really thank you for that. We're going to probably ask you for your reactions and suggestions via email. Do write to us. Do follow Sofia Platform. And I'm sure we're going to be meeting also at its next editions. I believe the Sofia Platform will continue to be the place, as Nadim said, I don't see him, there he is, that this is the place where we can be grumpy, we can be pessimistic, we can be critical, but we believe that you're going to succeed. And our task here is two ways. First, to help you sustain the transitional momentum in your countries, but also to help our publics understand that we must believe in your success and we must help you. And this is a task which has become more complicated in the last 2 years since the platform began. This is why I also very much appreciate you coming. And at the end, I will quote Ibrahim. We plan to do many more platforms all around the region. So I take it very seriously. Thank you all. Thanks a lot to my colleagues who made this possible, my colleagues from the Center for Liberal Strategies, to Luisa, Danielle, to our great translators, and I hope to see you soon.